William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I'm the man to beat Daniel Dubois. You're going to sleep.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Las Vegas weigh-in day. I'm joined by Bob Arum. If you were in England, you'd be a Sir Bob Arum.
I don't think so.
No, I think you would have been.
Maybe an MBE or something like that.
No, I think they would have elevated you to Sir Bob Arum.
Thank you for the compliment.
How are you, mate? You good?
Good, real good.
Can you just explain kind of the weighing situation that we're not kind of accustomed to back in England, where they weigh in the morning and then obviously they have the ceremonial weighing, if you like.
We learned that from our friends at the UFC.
Yeah.
They always had the weigh-in by the commission in the morning, and then a ceremonial weigh-in later in the day. And it's really good because, first of all these undercard guys, can get weighed in, and you can stage the weigh-in in a way, the ceremonial way, that it attracts a lot of attention. You still get television coverage, and it doesn't matter for heavyweights, but for guys who have to make weight, they're able to eat after the weigh-in, and then come into the ceremonial weigh-in, and whatever the hell is on the scale, you read, the announcer announces the weight from the original official weigh-in.
So the weigh-ins from the weights from the ceremonial weigh-ins aren't recorded, is that correct?
No, they're all baloney.
Right.
The ceremonial weigh-in weights are the morning weights.
Right, got you.
Nobody really watches the scale. Nobody cares about that.
So, but do we not lose a little bit of the drama if people have missed weight and they have time to miss weight? Because that's kind of, I know it's not a great part of boxing, but it is a part of boxing. That side of it.
That's a good point. Obviously, it doesn't pertain to the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
But for the other people, we've had a lot of drama with guys not making weight.
Yeah.
But again, usually when they don't make weight, they then take 2 hours to make weight, and the same thing would pertain here with the official weigh-in. But by that time, the informal weigh-in, they're on the scale, they feel great, they're able to entertain. And we think it makes better television. It may very well be that the public will rebel and they're not really seeing the real weigh-in, and that remains to be seen.
Okay, well listen, trial and error with everything, Bob.
Exactly. In boxing, when you promote boxing, and I've been doing this for over 55 years, you have to try innovations to see if it works better than the same old. And this is an innovation, and you're quite right. It takes that dramatic part out of it when a guy doesn't make weight, and then he comes back and so forth. But again, if he didn't make weight and has to then go off and spend an hour trying to get down to weight, what that does is there's no television coverage, right?
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, adapted from the UFC. Bob, can you give us any updates on what's going on with Vasyl Lomachenko and Luke Campbell?
Well, I wish I could, but Eddie, has a deal pretty much in place with us for Lomachenko, and he's trying to finalize the deal with Campbell. If not, we'll have to go to purse bid.
Is there a deadline for this that this needs to be done by?
Yeah, good point. The WBC gave it until next Friday. That's the last. No more postponing the purse bid and so forth.
Are we assuming that this fight will take place in the UK?
Both. Eddie wants it in the UK. I want it in the UK. I think he's reserved the O2 Arena. And yeah, because Loma really is looking forward to fighting in England. He attended a fight with his best friend with Usyk, Fort Bello, and the fans were really mobbed Loma, and he really wants to come back and fight in the UK. That's no baloney. He really said to me, Bob, if at all possible, I want to fight in London.
Well, I'm sure the UK fans will absolutely welcome Lomachenko with open arms. It's been a while, and they've wanted him to obviously come over there, and he hasn't done yet as a professional. Obviously, he's fought there as an amateur before.
Right, sure.
But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that happening in the UK, hopefully.
Well, it will, because so I think he has to finalize his business with Campbell, and then we'll make an announcement.
Any updates on KOVALEV and YARDE?
Yes, we had a meeting today, and there's agreement that the fight would be held in Russia according to the terms that have been in place in September, and this time the money will be up in escrow, and if for any reason the fight doesn't happen, the money gets forfeited.
Okay, well that is some developments there with that.
Yeah.
So September, a date in September in Russia, the fight you expect to happen. You don't expect there to be any kind of complications?
Well, who knows?
Who knows,
with
yeah,
the
absolutely.
Russians, you never know. But we had a meeting in my office this morning, with the Kovalev's promoter and with Kovalev's manager, Igis Klimas, and with Frank Warren.
Okay, productive, and you would call
productive.
that? Yeah,
As, they're going to sign new contract with a forfeiture clause. Money has to be up within 3 days of the time the contract is signed, and if all that happens, it's a go.
yeah. But terms have been agreed?
Yes. I agree, yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Just finally, Bob, I know the weighing is going to commence not too long away now, the ceremonial weighing,
Right.
shall we say. Tyson Fury's been an absolute hit here in Las Vegas this week. We've seen him, I don't know if you saw him singing, and him and some of his team members singing to the media earlier on, and it's really kind of, the press and the fans of here have really taken to him, haven't they?
Right. I mean, this is the type of reaction that I experienced probably before you were born when I was promoting Ali. I mean, whenever Ali fought, it was an occasion, and Ali was not only a great fighter, but was a tremendous performer.
Absolutely. I was actually born the year that Muhammad Ali had his last fight. If you can remember when that was, 1981.
Yeah. Well, for me, Ali's last fight was September 1978, when he beat Leon Spinks to regain the title.
Okay, Bob, listen, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for those updates. So,
my pleasure.
And we'll catch up soon.
Okay.
Cheers, mate.
William Hill sponsors IFL TV.
I'm the man to beat Daniel Dubois. We're going to sleep.